Hello, VOD's channel. How are you doing? Today we are finishing the Archon quest. I don't care how long it takes. I am finishing it today. I am not putting this off any longer. But also, tomorrow is actually my streamerversary, and this is pure coincidence, by the way. It also just so happens to be pretty much my half-birthday. So, it's hilarious that that timing just coincides so perfectly. Anyways, when's the Aqua set out? Time to go already. Oh, pff, it goes so fast. It seems so slow, but it's really so fast. And we're gonna take in the beautiful scenery.
One of the most unique forms of transportation in all of Tibet.
Yep.
This boat will take you from Maritime Station to the Court of Fontaine.
Woo.
Normally, this line doesn't have many passengers, so
Oh.
you have your pick of the best seats. But you still have to follow all the passenger guidelines.
Alright.
These include not placing sharp tools flat on the chairs,
Okay.
and not bringing overstuffed lunchboxes on board.
Overstuffed
Late night
lunchboxes?
quarrels break out between passengers over things like that. Some even escalated into private brawls. Of course, Fontaine's rules state that if you want to fight, apply for a duel. So, those two passengers were promptly sent to the fortress of Meropide, where they went on to live peaceful, disciplined, and well-mannered lives.
Isn't that basically like prison?
So, well done, smile, but please do not follow their example.
I don't remember what the Fortress of Meropide is. I'm pretty sure that's basically prison. But yeah, tomorrow is streamiversary, and I've got some things in store. I've got two things for certain. I'm on observation duty, and chilling with a bit of Fontaine at the end.
Passengers, the Aquabus is now arriving at Poisson Tunnel.
Really? That seems
Though
quite
much
far
of
away.
Fontaine is covered by water, there are also beautiful mountains and forests here. Molten Key is one of our most iconic peaks.
Jeez, so many
Lots
hydroculi.
of adventurers enjoy camping on its summit. I heartily recommend the experience to all visitors. With
Cool.
that said, visitors should also pay attention to personal safety and hire some locals or Clockwork Mecha as bodyguards.
Alright. I'll hire a Clockwork Mecha, even though I can protect myself. Also... Okay, it works like that. But if you jump higher than that... Am I slowly going back? I don't think so. But if you, like, use Kazuha or Wander, the boat goes on without you. The boat just carries on. You're just like, no, wait for me.
Beautiful, isn't it? It's very different from the fluorescent materials used in Sumeru, or the torches used in Fontaine exclusive nightlights powered
The
by
light,
Indemnium.
the stars just go
Of
back.
course, Indemnium isn't just for such trivial uses as lighting. Indemnium is a power source, capable not only of powering this tiny boat, but also meeting the
Tiny-
daily energy demands
tiny
of an
boat?
entire city.
Or is it a
Plus,
boat or
it's
Aquabus?
completely safe. You'll have the chance to learn more about this amazing power source once you reach the Court of Fontaine.
Cool. Well, this is where we part ways. Goodbye. I will see you, never. I'm kidding. I won't see you never. Ooh, but looky here. Oh, jeez. I'm not sure I want to do all this right now. I don't want to deal with all these things. So, where did we go? It was over here, right? You know what? Screw it. I'm doing this puzzle. I don't care if it takes a bit. I'm doing it. It shouldn't take long either. It'll give me 5 primos. They changed that. Though I do still wish that they could give like compensation primos for what happened previously. Previously? What am I saying? Guard dog. Do you want to perish? Too late, it seems you already are. Haha. Oh my gosh, so many oranges here. Oh, I hit the tree, that's right. Okay. Anyways, grab the Weesa block or OSHA block. I am not fighting whoever the heck wants to fight me. Alright. I almost just like tried to, oh my gosh. Well, at least the music's nice. Bombs away! You're not dead?
Illusion shattered.
Jeez. Oh, you're still not dead? Okay. Oh. What? Oh, that's to get to the top, isn't it? I want to get this chest first, because I know once you enter one of those things, you can't leave. Yes, get me the Hydroculus. Oh, okay, okay. Run away now. Alright, I think I enter over here. And what freaking blueprint did I get? Ooh, alright, that's pretty. And recon log mech. Okay, it looks like it has a camera on its mouth. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, I can teleport here. Forgot about that. I don't need to keep walking anymore. Let's just get to the Archon quest. Cool. Can I just skip the line? I would like to, skip the line, so to speak. Cool. Who were these people again? Jacques? Were these the suspects? These might have been the suspects.
Please excuse me, and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Oh yeah, I have to press the auto button.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Malus is great.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Adele doesn't like us.
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
Let's not bother her for now.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Oh, there's...
If it's about that, there's no need to apologize.
I see, it's
After
the
my
one,
husband
it's
died,
the
Spina di Rosula
guy
sent
that
us a lot of
died
aura and support.
supposedly
I
by her
understood your
father's
guilt and
hand.
apology to be genuine.
Water from the Primordial Sea. Callus case records. 3 years ago on a rainy night, banquet goers heard 2 gunshots. Callus had a gun in his hand, and Jacques had been shot and slain. Okay, yeah, that's why.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques?
Jacques.
I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't
Yeah.
understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you, and to all of us.
Alright. This child really hates her.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Huh?
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told
Oh.
me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again.
Oh, he was in the
He had
synth
many
business, the
regrets,
drug business.
and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr.
Bro,
Callis
Fontaine
came to
is
him with a
dark.
proposal, he
Fontaine
accepted
brought
it
all the
almost
crimes.
immediately.
It brought so many crimes. It brought drugs. It brought murder. It brought trafficking.
He
Jeez.
tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the
Oh,
higher-ups.
that's an interesting
They
hole.
found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left
Aw.
that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us.
Wait, does that mean someone ordered Jock to take out Callus?
I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to.
Oh.
Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Callus had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Oh.
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa was a good man, right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Oh.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so
What was the
to give
thing?
you a better life.
I was like,
Oh,
I
Thank you
think, like,
for everything you've told me.
her father, like,
I
she sees
will
that
definitely
analogy.
find the truth.
Her
The
father
current state
gave
of
her a
things
sword
is
instead of
not
a
something I'm
parasol.
willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you.
He's biased.
very grateful to hear
She
this
is
from you.
biased.
Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
No, don't cry. Testimony from Jacques' family. Jacques' family believes that he had struggled greatly with the order to kill Callus. Did Callus act in self-defense, or was there more to the incident? I want to see what Paimon has to say on all these things. So I think there was one... Also, Landon, you said you missed something from the Opera House switcheroo case.
be him.
What was it? Because I found everything. Somehow.
Whoever the murderer
Well, what from Primordial Sea?
Who would have imagined that people could really turn into water?
Because I found everything. You said you missed something. While you figure out what it
Here
is,
we go
I'll look at
again,
this.
Trying to crack an impossible case. All proof and no motive.
Yeah, but you've got a long way before you get to that point. Hold on, what?
Who would have imagined that people could...
Before I get to what point? Huh? What did I say that's a reply to? Oh, did you miss something for this case?
If Paimon was Jacques, Paimon would probably help whoever Paimon finds more trustworthy.
I filled up the book, but missed a dialogue bit.
Traveler.
Huh? In here? In this one? You filled up the book but missed a dialogue thing?
Him. Whoever the murderer was. They...
You can shut up, Paimon.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Alright.
Florence should be nearby, and we should be able to find Terry
Okay.
and Uncle
Ah!
Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way. So please don't worry.
I didn't fall. Ah! I didn't just jump over the bridge. You didn't see that.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It
Yeah.
also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside. And we found some clothes left at the scene.
Yes.
After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Yes.
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table.
Alright.
After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after?
Huh.
My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
Did the body have 2 gunshot
so you
wounds?
also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guard said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques.
Okay.
I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person.
Huh. Interesting.
About the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
It's very possible.
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him.
Yeah.
The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys?
Yes.
But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
Good question.
About that, Malouse told me a thing or two. So
I forgot.
think
What
I
was
can
it that
understand why he
that we
committed to the
can
duel.
that we ended up saying why he went to the duel? Because we found a reason. But oh, it was because no one knew that someone could be turned into water, and so he thought there was no way that he would be proved innocent, and so he just wanted a duel and to die honorably, kind of.
I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then I'll leave Mr. Callus's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing. The whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callus, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today.
Alright.
No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Don't worry.
Aw.
I will definitely find
I
the
hope
truth.
he's not lying.
You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Information regarding Florent. Florent? The advisor to the Spina de Rosula claimed that he was very grateful to Callus for his kindness. He was also present at the banquet on the day of the case and can provide evidence that Callus did not carry a gun with him when he went out. Jeez, that's far. Okay, I thought we were talking to everyone else. Oh, we are. They're just at the court of Fontaine. Okay. The truth lost with the rain. I probably already said that title. I couldn't tell you. Well, I couldn't tell you for certain. Certain? Certain. Do-do-do-do. Hello, Thierry.
Hey, Thierry.
Thierry.
It's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh.
Yes.
So you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
Yes, I agree.
Where I work is really up to me.
Is he the
Let's
guy
just say
that's
I
in the
enjoy
wrong?
the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up.
He very well could
clearing
be. He's
many
one of the 3
obstructions in my
suspects.
way. It would be
I
next
don't
to
wanna think it's the
impossible
first
for me to
one.
find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these 2 friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Somewhat, yes.
These 2 are my partners.
In crime, I
What
mean,
happened at the Opera
justice.
House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to
Even if only
reinvestigate
vaguely.
the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it. If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be
Alright.
much appreciated. Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why
Alright.
do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city.
Yeah, they had no numbers.
So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you
Hypothetically.
need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Hypothetically.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them. If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex.
Okay.
Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret.
I
So I
see.
can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not
Alright.
cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford
Yeah,
this.
synth. It has sin in the name. Makes sense.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Huh?
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying
Cool.
in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support.
We
from
shouldn't
the
rule him out
guards.
just yet. He could be lying. Information regarding Thierry. Thierry is the person responsible for official contact between the Spina di Rosula, and the guards. According to him, only the sufficiently rich can privately own large numbers of Gardamex. Contact Marcel. Ether, I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I kind of want to do that now. Do you have anything to say?
I'll see what I can do for you in Spina di Rasula when it comes to guard stuff, but don't go advertising it to everyone else.
Alright. No. Ether. Dive. Dive. Ah yes, going under concrete. My favorite thing. Where is he in this maze of a city? Over here? Hello, or... she. My bad. I just assumed he because all the others were he.
Hello. How may I help you?
Comfrey.
I'm here to see Marcel.
Oh.
Could you please let him know?
Okay, it is
You can just
Marcel.
say
Okay, Marcel is
Navia's
a he.
looking for
Okay.
him.
Okay, I was
Sure.
wrong
I will let him
again.
know right away.
Calcagni. Calcagni? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to try to...
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's
Oh,
no need
Uncle
to stress.
Marcel, that's right.
I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive.
I'm
To
glad.
beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh,
Fair.
Paimon doesn't want to become the top drunkard.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly.
Suspicious.
I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea.
Yes.
If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you
Vigilance? She just
Oh,
accidentally
you're giving us too
drank
much credit.
the wrong
Wasn't it
drink.
You who protected us?
And neither of us are from Fontaine.
It seems things are heating up again. The peace that Callus sought so dearly will soon become a thing of the past. But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah,
Do you have any
you
new
go.
thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory.
Alright, alright. Whatever you say.
The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
A gunshot?
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more.
A
See if there are
gunshot.
any valuable clues elsewhere.
One.
Sounds good. Just let me know
Singular.
if you ever need Mora.
Isn't that so suspicious?
Yeah.
All my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support.
That
I'll
is pretty.
spend
Oh,
however much
I
it
think
takes to
either
clear
said
his
something,
name.
but I missed it. Oh no. It's okay. Those things should be updated instantly, right? maybe? Information regarding Marcel. Marcel is the leader of the Confrérie of Caballero, and was the organizer of the banquet years prior. The Confrérie and the Spina de Verzula have always maintained a close working relationship. Though his recollection of the events of the case is quite foggy, he is willing to defend Navia. Alright, let me see. Is it in the archive?
I'm sure the archive doesn't update until you finish the quest.
Por favor. Oh. Darn it.
You could go back on your stream.
I could.
You do.
I need to do a few things. And I need to, like, open a new tab. Of, like... Well, I can... Not that. I didn't mean to do that. Open, like, a new tab. And then in post, I can just edit my my voice over it. Let's see. Where is it? Do that just in case, just so I can see any chat things that happen. Yeah, chat's over there. Alright. Well, I guess I see it here, too. Also, why is my normal Twitch here? Light mode. I don't care to change it right now, but still. Hey, there it is. What the heck? 1.0222999 something 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 times. Alright, probably around here. Seems so. Keep going. That might have been too far. Maybe not. I can't even hear it, so I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, hold on. I swear there was like an audio missing or something. Huh. Maybe there wasn't. I have no clue. I guess I just thought there was an empty space there. I guess not.
I guess I just paused longer than you thought they did.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna put that back for now. I just threw the cord. It's halfway charged. It should be fine for now. Anyways, let's get back into it, because I guess I didn't miss anything. And then I'll see while editing that I did miss something, and I'll be like, shoot. I gotta go up. Also, I find it hilarious that the sound of Ether yawning kept going as I was walking.
On their conversations with me. None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
Except for the last one. None of them really stood out as a suspect.
I suppose that's to be expected, though.
Huh?
If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years.
The only thing holding me back from outright saying the last guy is that he said that he has a foggy memory.
Isn't that more suspicious?
I'm not sure.
But overall, you think it was the last guy?
Yeah. I don't think it was the first guy. He seems too genuine. And then the second guy, well, he could just be lying. But, who would dare lie about something like that when we're literally talking about a case. So, I'm not really sure. I think I'm much more inclined to say the last guy. I think I'm much more leaning towards Marcel.
Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start?
Jacques' motive.
Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So,
I see.
Jacques fired the first shot?
If I was Jacques, I wouldn't have fired a shot at all.
Oh? And why is that?
Could he guarantee his safety after killing Callus? Could he guarantee his family's safety after killing Callus?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
I see.
Huh. So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the order and seek protection from my father.
Seems the third person was the one who derailed everything.
Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
Yeah, it's a shame that this isn't a recent crime either.
Besides Jacques,
So we can't,
the
like, go
attack
look
from
at the crime
Gardemex
scene.
has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Yeah.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardemex?
Marcel.
Uncle Marcel?
Everything is pointing to Marcel.
My father did really trust him.
If it's not
And they worked
Marcel,
together
and
on a
it's
large
all
number
just
of projects.
it's
Maybe that's
all
how he
just
got to know
my
Jacques.
theory being
And with
wrong
funds from the Confrérie,
and him
he
just
could
being
also afford a large
naturally
number of
suspicious. That's
Still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
maybe it was someone else. I don't. Thierry?
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardemex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Me either.
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Maybe it was someone else. Florent.
Florent? It is true that he was closest to my father.
Florent seemed the
and
most
thus had
genuine,
the best chance of
though.
learning about his dealings with Jacques.
But then again, he's supposed to
But
be.
As Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security. So he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
Were you agonizing over
You're
this?
saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
Too broke.
Exactly. He can't.
Army.
And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly. Who could it be?
I think. Okay, choose the most reasonable evidence. Alright, I think it's Marcel.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
I don't think so.
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid
Alright.
out his case for the three, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well. The suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means
yeah.
to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Including the Fonta. He is someone who's very close to you, after all.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
The synth production base.
Yes, Malus
The
did say that
drugs.
charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Yes?
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Oh?
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
Wait, Child? Child's
What?
going on trial?
Is that someone you know?
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
We have his vision.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
It is absurd.
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away.
I'll be his
If
attorney
the charge
again.
against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? We still haven't found any conclusive evidence.
Let's split up.
Huh? Split up? What do you mean?
You can go to Aaron, how do you pronounce it? Arinus?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'll go investigate that place. I'm confident in my combat abilities.
Just as expected of my partner. Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity.
I mean,
All
I would
right,
love
then.
to see both
Let's do
perspectives,
this.
but
I'll
still.
install them at the opera house and
Maybe
charge
we'll get to
Marcel
play
the
as
true
Navia.
culprit.
I doubt they
won't
would
have
when
any
she's
chance
not
of making
a
that
playable
charge stick,
character
though,
yet, but
unless
still.
we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
Leave it to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Lenny's trial.
Yeah.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
Where did you come from?
I'm ready.
Ah, Malus, Silver. When did you two get
That's
here?
what I'm asking.
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance. It's our hope that your
He
confidence
looks
will be bolstered
kind of
with the two
dumb.
of us by your side.
Honestly, with how much I know about the internet, I wouldn't be surprised if more people were thirsting after this guy.
Honestly. Finally seen edits for the blue-haired boy.
He kind of just looks so weird with the glasses and the hat, and then the hair like that.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus.
Aaron,
Paimon,
Irenaeus.
Traveler, I'll see you at the opera house.
See you then.
Aaron, yes. Suspect analysis. Combining the information regarding the Gardamex and the investigation results so far, it can be concluded that there is only one person who can have a large number of Gardamex in his possession and run the synth business without leaving traces. This person is none other than Marcel. We're being teleported. Let's go.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we We should also get going.
So distracted over here.
The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
Jeez. New area much? Also, these are the things that I'm talking about. You like have to fill them with hydro. And I'm not sure how you're supposed to fill all of them up in certain situations.
Look at those bubbles. Like 3 of them.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I gotta get this guy over here too. Okay.
Committed to memory.
Where did he go? He disappeared. Oh gosh. I gotta get you there again too. Oh, well I can just put, I guess put that there. Oh my gosh. They're both
I was
back.
So distracted. I gave up. I was like, I should really be doing the quest.
I should too, but there we go. Where are you going now? Oh no.
Yeah, see, I gave up.
I'm giving. Oh, I did get a chest. But I'm not continuing this right now.
Those little hydro bottle puzzles can be so difficult for no reason.
For real. So, are we just like, how is this gonna... Yeah, I'm trying to find the entrance.
According to Malusa's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Wow.
I love doing that.
I'm so sad that I don't have many characters to do it with. I only have Ether and Lynette. I am hoping to save up enough wishes to do a 10 pull on Lenny's Manor tomorrow. Well, this sure looks like a domain.
Finally found it. Huh. So
Echoey
this
underwater.
is the entrance that leads to the synth production base.
This is like
Sure
the
doesn't
only time you'll
seem
ever
out of
hear
the
voice lines
ordinary at
underwater. Well, they don't want it to stand out.
You're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms.
Yeah.
Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Meanwhile, inside the Opera Epiclese... Are we just gonna see a cutscene, or are we gonna see, like, Navia? We'll see. Perhaps both. Probably not Navia, though, because she's not playable yet. So.
Yeah, you don't get to play as Navia.
What a shame. This frickin' sounds like
It would appear
Favonia's
that I must
cathedral.
repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorent, right? I've got to admit, that's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
But why is he the suspect?
Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
Oh my gosh.
No. That's not what I meant.
Child, you don't have a degree for fighting gods.
Communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that
resume.
case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind
He's
the
like
serial
so
disappearances
tired of
case.
Child.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Objection!
Huh? What's going on?
Nuh-uh.
Why
What
is
do
she
you mean,
interjecting
nuh-uh?
again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics?
Not really, I'll be honest.
We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
So we don't know who it is.
And if my charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating.
Child.
Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules.
Maybe you
and
shouldn't have come to
procedures anyway.
Montaigne at all.
So I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else
He
for me
told
to do
us that he was like here
You
to
may take a
relax
seat
or
for now in the
something.
audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Oh, are we doing... I think we're doing Marcel here. Suspect analysis. Yeah.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières. Huh? What Confrérie? Never heard of that
Huh?
in my
What
life.
confrérie?
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's
Thinking
sister
audience member.
organization?
They're doing...
Oh, is this going to be a friends
They're
to
doing
end
what
situation?
Honkai did, where it's just like a bunch of random NPCs, and they're just given adjective, and then
Yeah.
what they are.
Archetype. NPC.
Friends
Please
to
let me
enemies
remind
type
you, Miss
situation.
Navia, that charging someone is an
He reads
incredibly
fanfiction, doesn't
serious
he?
matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Yes, I do.
In that case, I
Jeez.
declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court.
Alright.
Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away. so that he
Jeez,
may
Marcel's gonna
stand
be
trial.
so confused. I just talked to her, and she's accusing
I'm
me?
shocked and confused Marcel is brought to the stand.
Mr. Marcel, you will
I
not
knew it.
require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that
This is
case, since
gonna be
both
your
sides have now
funeral.
arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Alright.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father? Come on.
Not really.
Why would I do
I
that?
don't think you
Callus
killed
was my
your
benefactor.
father,
I
because
remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard
are
the
not
sound
the
of a
third
gun.
person that got dissolved
If
into
that's not
water.
a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
Suicide by cop.
Yeah.
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Details.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
Maison Gardiennage. Who's that? Novelette
On the day
Navia.
of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life.
But what about the bullet? Wouldn't you find the bullet somewhere?
The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries.
Alright.
These are the known facts about the case.
I think...
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Navia. Alright. A banquet in the countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabaret. I don't think there's any loopholes there. Callus, who had a motive to kill, murdered Jacques. But is that really true? No. Refute? Yes. Successfully refuted.
The victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, in the end, he reconsidered, and instead shared everything with Callus, hoping to seek the latter's protection. Unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility, and had sent out another assassin.
Yes. Now we actually see the Oratrice weighing here. Scene of the crime. Third person on the scene. Water. No. Okay. Clothing of an unknown person, that's right.
This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Reconstruction of events. The guard's first shot must have missed. This? Yes.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water after committing the murder. Since it was raining that day, the culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Yes.
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Yes. Let's go. We got the audience heavily on our side. Though that doesn't mean a whole lot.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
You're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
Think about it. Where else would the missing girls go?
It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal.
Marcel, you're being charged. You should provide a rebuttal if you don't think she's right.
In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine 2 things. 1, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just
Well,
go
this
home.
case, she wouldn't be able to do it
not
if
have
she
the
had
evidence
it.
with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Yes.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
She does seem different.
She's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Oh yeah, you did kind of just...
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
Or maybe both. She's embarrassed that you kind of are part of the reason why she got embarrassed in the first place. And she charged an innocent citizen last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
Who would believe that?
And the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
Yes.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone?
Yeah.
Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice,
Shots
Spina di
fired.
Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate.
Until we were able to
I was
break
able
it.
to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to
This
him.
opera house can't do nothing.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
Clearly. I thought that was established a
have
while
any
ago.
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake.
We just need the truth.
Since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callis was intending to die?
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted.
Jeez.
Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
Jeez.
I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the ring alive.
Since that's your testimony,
Jeez.
I have
Hard
no
for
more
Navia
questions.
much.
It appears there really are
She's
good
just like-
grounds to reopen this case.
I concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right?
The primordial water.
What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing.
Mm-hmm.
In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots.
Oh?
And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified.
Yes.
The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene.
Oh yeah, and we know that he was at
Coincidentally,
that Marcel was there.
Attended both the banquet and the trial.
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
Mm-hmm.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
I mean, have video cameras been invented at this point?
Don't know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations, until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter?
Don't bring
if I
that
were
into
to
this.
dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson.
Don't bring the whole uncle thing into
Do you
this.
know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
What?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade.
So,
my business only
he wouldn't
thrived when I
dissolve from the
received
primordial
Callus's
waters.
patronage. But
And thus,
the disappearances began before
would
I
have
ever stepped
no
foot in
fear
Fontaine.
of touching it.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else
Snezhnaya.
you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
Uh-oh.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings as he neared the end of his life.
I almost
But aren't
forgot
you
that
going against
while
all
this
of
is
his wishes
happening,
and
we're
expectations
investigating
right
the
now?
thing underwater.
He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them.
Yes.
The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher?
Huh.
Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Oh, a little while earlier at the entrance of to the synth production base. No! No! Gosh dang it.
In this domain is where I missed something.
Okay.
I'll tell you exactly where.
Oh, we're still underwater, okay. Well, not for long. I was half expecting to die right there. Right there?
No, we couldn't come out of that.
Which is exactly why I was so sure that I was gonna die there.
Shine down.
Why is there a spider? I'm targeting the spider. I'm not keeping the spider alive. Start? What am I starting? Okay, I kind of figured there was an elevator.
Is it because of this mechanism in the middle? That guy really prepared a lot of stuff for this place.
Yeah. Oh, chest.
Really blends in that you should not miss. So pay attention to your surroundings.
Okay. Gosh darn, I was hoping to jump in there.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a
Is
look
that
around.
another
Maybe we'll find a
elevated
hidden mechanism
platform?
that'll show us the way up.
Let's see. It's probably underwater. Hello, you are glittering. Let me take your power. Okay, that didn't do anything. Oh! Yeah, maybe I should follow the quest marker? Oh. Oh, okay, fine. Whatever. Oh. I don't even... Oh, okay, okay. That works. It works. Right? Does that work? I think that works.
The water level is rising.
Where's... I heard a chest noise.
But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
Huh? I thought I heard a chest noise.
There's not one here that I know of.
Maybe it was just another sound that I heard. Okay, Ether, swim.
Did you find someone over there?
No.
Bombs away!
Bombs away! Fucking...
There is no escape.
Oh my gosh. You frickin' screw you guys! Ah! There's more of them!
Everyone hold hands.
Shine down.
I chose this team partially because these three work so well together that Ether doesn't need to be really built.
Yeah.
I have these three built enough for Hyperbloom. I mean, each Hyperbloom does, what, 19k?
Clear, let's go.
Honestly, my team, like, Yampe and Kokomi do well enough that I hardly ever need anyone else. And Cosmo's just for convenience.
Yeah. I did miss.
Again.
I keep wanting to jump into the water. Is this the chest that blends in?
Yeah.
Okay. This reminds me of It Takes Two in the cuckoo clock. Are we sure that we're not in a cuckoo clock right now? Frick you! You're gonna get hyper ballooned to death because of that. Or just get Kokomi to death, okay.
There is no escape.
I was hoping that was water. Not everything is water, I suppose. Oh.
After all
What
that,
is that?
we made it to the innermost
Is that water from the primordial sea?
The mastermind isn't here.
If I'm not mistaken, he's being charged by Navia as we speak.
That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
Mm-hmm. What is this? Alright, we have this.
It's in this room that I messed with.
Examine miscellaneous objects.
What's all this? Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things. Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
I think this is probably stuff from Missing Girls. There's a name, too.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls' names?
They probably belong to the victims.
Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here?
They were turned into water.
They were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm. The missing person's possessions. You discovered objects within the containers labeled with the names of those who owned them within the depths of the HQ. The names here must have something to do with the victims of the serial disappearances case. This might be proof that this was their final stop. Alright. What else have we got? Oh, a few things over here. Examine... Oh, is this water from the primordial sea?
Whoa.
Oh, it's synth. Oh, right, because it uses water from the primordial sea.
That probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea.
There are so many.
Mixing in progress. Ready to drink. Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth?
Well, that definitely proves that this is where they produce synth. Don't drink the synth just because it's fruit-flavored, Paimon. Synth, a popular potion circulating quite widely. It gives the drinker a very pleasant experience for a short time, but its side effects are equally strong. The producer uses these special characteristics to earn a massive profit from its trade. And then, over here, examine experiment table.
What's this over here? Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough. The experiment was a failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23...
Yeah, I get why Paimon sounds sad here. Calm down, Paimon.
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just...
I would be traumatized too, if this was real.
How could someone write something that terrible in such a matter-of-fact tone? You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
The goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vigneri, who was dissolved.
So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane!
That's literally the definition of insanity. Or not literally, but like that's the definition of insanity. Trying the same thing over and over, expecting a different result.
Yep, according to Einstein. Or whoever.
I don't know who it was. There's another name here. Vache.
Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought He was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case.
Vache. No, he's the researcher. Is Vache actually is Marcel? Whatever his name is actually Vache? No, he's the researcher.
You mean Vache is the one who did all of these?
It kind of does sound like I answered my own question.
Vache?
No, he's the researcher. Yes, he signed off on a bunch of the experiment reports. The voice I heard from the fountain was probably visionary.
So that's it. Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either. If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water?
There must be more to this than meets the eye.
In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Vache's experimental records. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob... we already read that. There are many more records like these. Can't touch it because it's the primordial sea. At least that's what it looks like.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
That must be the water from the primordial sea.
That means this is where they make all the synth.
Yeah.
And that special water is the main ingredient.
You think this is where they make all the synth? I thought we already concluded that.
You'll get synth, but the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Primordial seawater pool. The pool found within the HQ is filled with water from the primordial sea. The mastermind can use this to create synth and directly use it to dissolve people.
Isn't that some creepy looking water?
Yeah, it's so pretty, but also like, imagine
I want to go into it.
Me too, but imagine coming into here, being like, wow, that's so pretty, touching it, and then not existing anymore.
Dissolving.
Also, I should probably check out these. How many? It was only 2. Okay. And over here. Is there anything else? Examine the bookshelf.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes. Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him.
It's probably related to his and Jacques' case.
Yep, it's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques.
Proof that there was a third person.
Confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Is there anything else?
We still
Want to just look at this? Okay, we're still missing 2 things Fran will probably get from here.
not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
Yep, they planned this well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
Callus investigation report. Clues concerning the Callus case that were found inside the bookshelf. The mastermind did not believe that Jacques could do the deed, and thus sent a third party to ensure Callus's death. This content that followed also defined the culprit's motive to some extent.
We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But
There's one more thing that I'm missing here. At least. It didn't say anything, like, of the dialogue, but I think that's, like, mostly, like, reports when we talk to people.
Went straight to the girls' names, and that's where it ends.
Who really is this Vache?
yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything.
Yeah.
Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago.
Yeah.
That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit.
Clever, but maybe not clever enough. Let's look again.
Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
Alright. Not wrong thing. Oh, wait, no, we've already investigated all this stuff. Oh, do we need to investigate them again?
I said don't go after the girls' things first.
You take that side and Paimon will take this
Investigate
side.
anything else
Check
now.
everything
Oh.
Again.
We'll find something for sure.
I thought you meant, like, don't go to... I don't know why I thought that the girls' stuff was going to Navia.
What? The girls' thing! Oh, never mind. It's too late now.
Is all I missed some dialogue?
I don't know. I missed it.
I can close Genshin and it won't think I'm in the middle of it, I think.
I mean, if you care that much.
I will see this to the end.
I told you to go to the girls' things. I told you to go to the last step that the girls' things don't go to it first. And then before I could stop you, you did. What the heck? You missed things, it's all on you. I did my best.
Imagine I have to restart the whole domain.
You can speedrun it.
I can speedrun it, it's fine. I did exactly what you told me what. I did exactly what you told me not to do.
I cannot believe you.
That's the wrong place. I went right where you told me not to go.
Everything wrong. You're wrong.
I think this should, at the very least, I don't think I'll be in the dialogue.
No.
Because I'll have to interact with it first.
Yeah.
At the worst, I have to do the holding over. Which I don't...
The worst, it thinks you did do it. And you just missed that.
It doesn't, I don't think it updates, like, the quest until you finish it, so I don't think it would think that. There we go!
Oh, good. Don't do the girl.
Bottles full of synth and water from the primordial sea. These can be used as evidence to prove what this place was used for. Nothing else here seems particularly noteworthy. Examined experiment table. According to the records, Vacher didn't care how many victims he had to dissolve in his quest to bring his lover back to life. But there's nothing here on Vacher's true identity. Alright. And then there were two things over here. A pool full of water from the primordial sea. Countless sins were born of it. Like sins. Nothing else seems here... okay. Besides the investigation reports, there are also a lot of research materials here. It seems their experiments have been going on for a very long time. But there's nothing on Vacher's true identity. Okay. Worth the restart. You're welcome. We'll find something, Paimon. I know, because this is a cutscene. After some time.
Nothing at all. And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
You can drink water from the primordial sea. You already have drank water from the primordial sea, Paimon. Paimon, I found it.
Whoa, really? What Paimon see?
What's this?
Seigneur. Vache's lover's name?
Yes.
Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw, it's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too.
Is Marcel the son?
My mom feels even worse for her now.
Take a look at this page. She made a list of baby names. One is circled.
So many. A whole page's worth. But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was Marcel. Wait, but Marcel's pretty old.
Oh, of course. He's old. Of course, he's just Vache. Unless this has been going on for even longer. I figured it out. Let's go, Paimon. That, or this case has been going on for so long that his son has taken up the making of synth and stuff.
But why would he still be dissolving girls?
To bring his mother back. Alright, cool. After obtaining the final piece of key evidence, you race back to the Opera Epiclese. And we're gonna be like, objection! We have key evidence!
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vache?
No. It's Variel, or whatever it was.
So you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia, we're back!
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
It only took one restart.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
Noveletz is so tired of this.
Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Yes.
He's like, not another intern.
You say you've never heard of Vache. Not that. Load?
But the truth of it,
Oh.
Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
I hear his voice so much in Potato Ball.
Huh?
Yeah.
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Venier, was
Venier.
dissolved, you kept abducting
Vinaigrette.
young women to experiment in the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it.
I think this is what was like in the trailer, maybe.
Rarely go
In like
that
the special
far.
program.
And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you went wrong?
Keeping
You
the things of
fixated your
all of
gaze
your
on
things.
the lover that passed away,
Yes.
instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So,
Trying to
you
bring
never
back the
noticed
dead
how we changed,
always
or
goes
how we
wrong.
grew as individuals.
You also never understood Moss's real expectations for his daughter.
In any media, I have never seen it actually go well.
Your determination.
Mr. Marcel, please speak up now if you would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
I think he's confessing.
Pay attention to you? What for? Have you ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes?
To be fair, you never told anyone.
No one even
Okay, oh, I guess
believed
no one believed you.
All those
Okay.
decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me. They said there's no way a human being can turn into water. So I must have gone mad from grief. Vinier's death was brushed away by all of you as if
Ugh.
it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame.
Oh yeah, only yourselves to blame. Just because no one believed you didn't mean you need to make people dissolve.
While turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
Oh, okay. I see. This was in the trailer. This is like the last line that was in the trailer besides Child showing up.
Oh.
That I haven't seen. I don't remember the whole thing. Your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
Vignere is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together.
I mean, she's kind of dead, kind of not.
I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place. So I can't be dissolved. No matter what I do.
He's just straight up drinking water from the primordial sea.
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve!
He's gotten mad.
I can't go! I can't follow! So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back? I did all of that, and in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of me. I spent my entire life living on pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
Wow, I want to punch you in the face for that.
The suspect
idiot daughter.
Signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Don't touch me. Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vignere. I promise. We made a promise. Vignere.
Don't worry, he's calling out Vache, Vache.
Don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
A sob story, but still, that's no reason to commit crimes.
With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Sure, here you go. Novelette proceeds to review and compile all the evidence and records.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vache, and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignere. During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea, and was dissolved in front of Vache as a result. Vache learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others, and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel, and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vache discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth
drugs.
However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vache decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vache expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vache attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vache's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
You are
the oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr.
You
Vache.
are such a simp for an asexual person.
I know, it's
Just because you're ace doesn't mean you can't simp. You have proven that.
Oh, through and through.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is guilty.
Guards! Take Vacher away.
My hair.
Good. It's what he deserves.
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
After all
We
these
really
years.
just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Yippee! We helped Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Navia. Don't turn into water,
Marcel, you were
okay?
absolutely brilliant.
Please.
They are late
Dissolved
boss and
in her
always
first
hope
appearance.
for is finally come. You can rest
She never got her own
easy
story
now,
quest.
knowing
No.
It's a prelude. You're not even allowed to be in it.
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all thanks to you guys. And my partner.
I'm just glad that partner here doesn't mean like romantic partner.
Ursula's still doing well with
Too
me at
busy
the
with her
helm.
daddy issues.
Now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama?
Lenny, on the other hand.
Justice has been served, past
So
wrongs have been righted, and it's a big old happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Ugh, what now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
Is it gonna say guilty?
Oh, come on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
He's gonna be like charged with war crimes.
Evidence presented in the public trial that was just held. It has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
It's gonna say guilty.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale,
Oh my gosh, you really have to say the full name.
Is guilty.
What?
What?
On the serial disappearances
Hey!
case.
That's not funny. Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean,
gosh.
have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
Probably.
Were the charges about the serial disappearances
True.
case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
Geralt has been declared guilty by the Oratrice. Just what is going on here?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must
Even he doesn't want to accept this. Nevertheless, it's just like,
Please take the suspect
I don't.
into custody per court protocol.
How did them? Why is he guilty? I mean, this is law, so I have to. But
So this is how justice is done in Fontaine. What a joke. You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
oh god, you really need to. You're gonna get arrested for this. You are clearly guilty of this. You don't need the Oratrice to tell us that you're guilty of this, whatever this is. Oh, is he freaking magical girling? Whoa! Frickin' Novelette just zoomed!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
Jeez. No wonder he doesn't have a vision.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? Shouldn't they have been cleared already?
He's the
apologies. This is
Hydro
also the
Dragon.
first time I've encountered such a situation.
But I'm curious.
However, according to the rules
Is
established at
it
the
that
conception
only
of
the
Fontaine's
like
court system,
actual humans of
Oratrice's
Fontaine
judgment
have
is
a
the final verdict of the
constellation?
court.
Because like the Archons have constellations, but Neuvillette, as the Hydro Archon, well, it's not that he doesn't. It's that in the thing, it said constellation question mark question mark question mark.
Well, that's leaks. They probably just don't know yet. But
That's not leaks. That's on the Twitter.
It's just that it is the dragon constellation. They don't want to reveal it, so
True.
All I do is follow court procedure.
Maybe it'll be important.
As for why the
Maybe.
Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
If even the Chief Justice doesn't know, then we have no choice but ask the Archon herself.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it! I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She's stressed just like the rest of us, okay? Give her a break.
She says she has no idea either? But that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
We'll get to the truth of this.
My dearest citizens.
Oh, there's a...
Did you really
there's a
think we'd
waypoint,
allow
a
an
viewpoint there,
incorrect
okay.
verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken?
She has to keep
or
up
be
appearances.
The result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me you thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
She's a celebrity. She has to keep up
However, given the
appearances.
state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir
I see why you're so excited
drama
now.
and excitement. And, of course, for every performance, there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence.
But...
Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
Either the Oratrice is wrong, or he had something to do with the
Now,
disappearances
having
case,
said that,
somehow.
Although I
in
hate
some
to
way.
leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
So she chose to make her escape after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
No. That was clearly an act.
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea.
Way to pull the rug out from under her.
However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity.
You're the kind of
Just as
person
I
who would
promised,
call
if the
a
judgment
big
has
man
been
like this
incorrect,
baby girl.
I will do our utmost to clear his name.
And lovely and so sweet. I love that.
I feel pretty badly for him. We'll take your word for it for now.
Well, at least he doesn't have to get his vision confiscated.
Plenty of bad stuff.
Yeah,
He'd go to prison someday, right?
yeah, probably.
It wasn't working.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Monsieur Nervalette! That power you showed when you took him down.
Oh.
Who are you really?
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
But... Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, what was that achievement? It's gonna be like, the Oratrice de Mechanica Lalicis Dabadabadoo. You deliver the verdict of guilty. Oh, reveal the truth behind the serial disc. Okay.
You're so wrong.
I was so wrong.
You made such a fool of yourself.
Alright, where was the thing? The...
It's upstairs, so you have to go out and then up.
And then I'm gonna pull out Wanderer so I can get to the get to Farina's seat. I've seen people do it. I have to get there myself.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
I can go up there. Somehow.
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
What?
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you.
Not at all surprised that he's here.
I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher?
In the fountain, just outside this
I
very
erased all
building.
records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
Yes, I met her.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be?
Freaking anime eyes. Tiny. It was around the Fontaine of Lucine. Fontaine? Why did I say Fontaine? It was around the Fountain of Lucine. Something to do with my sensitivity to the hydro element.
The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time. This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super
You make a fair point.
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs? Very well. I will grant you
By the very end of this quest, it's pretty much confirmed
Your
that
Honor,
he's the Hydro
I
Dragon.
fear that. I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
Yeah, did you see how fast he was?
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
Not normal people. Not Vacher. Vacher wouldn't be that fast.
He's not a vision bearer or a manipulator of the elements.
I've never actually been up here, which is why I haven't gotten the viewpoint.
Pretty sure the viewpoint opened up after the first Archon quest section.
Alright. Now, if I remember correctly, you, like, had to get up over here. Let me just... go to this team that doesn't matter at all and get characters that will get me up there. Alright, so we have Wanderer. We have Albedo. We have Kazuha. Who else might be an aid? I think that's it. Yeah. Yes, some infield research on Farina's seat. Okay. No. Oh, right. Gosh dang it, fine. I'm just a wanderer up here. Ah, no! Gosh dang it. I'm not entirely... Maybe from here? Haha. I'm worried. Okay, I can't fit through there. No, I'm not sitting with Wanderer. He has too much of a complex already.
I wonder if I can make it with just Kazuha, Venti. Could you?
Yeah, with those three, probably.
Maybe with Geo Traveler too.
Oh yeah, Geo Traveler.
I'm just trying.
Alright. Now, Traveler, take your rightful place. Do I have a teleport waypoint thing? A portable waypoint? Gosh dang it, I don't. Well, whatever. It's easy enough to get up here. Enough that I can place a teleport waypoint here later. Bring Marcel to the Fountain Plaza. That's where we're going. What? What's this? Is it? Notice? Hello? This is why I don't like to check this very often. Because it just takes so long. I think that might have been it. Yep, there it is. Open sesame! Oh yeah, we're upstairs. I was half expecting you to take damage there. Also, I love how we know he's Vache, and yet it still says Marcel for his name.
He is Marcel right now.
Mm.
It doesn't really matter which name he is. He's still the same person.
Yeah. Marcel Vache, still the same person. Alright. Vache! Vache!
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Back then, I drank water from the primordial sea. It heightened my sensitivity to the hydro element.
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well? Oh, in that case...
Vache!
Vache!
Oceanid, question mark?
Yes, that's it! So you heard it too!
Vignier, it's me! It's me, Vache!
Vache? Vache?
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vignier? I'm coming for you. I'm
Don't dive into the
finally
fountain.
here for you.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vignier, is that you?
What?
It's me, Vache!
Where did
Vignier!
he go? Yeah, but...
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I
Oh yeah, we
say-
were meant to say that he doesn't need to look for her. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we just did it.
You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
I love that we completely
It's
ignored
been
what she said.
More than 20 years. I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has
Vignette,
kept me alive.
vignette.
Nothing else mattered to me. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vignier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache,
Oh.
if you ask me, this world would be better off without you.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day. If not for you, I would have continued to pursue
This is
my
gonna
love of
hurt
the
for him to hear it, which
and
is...
my works would have been
Now
displayed
I'm
in the
so glad I brought him here. He gets to hear his love tell him off.
I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
You... Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices.
Oh.
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our
Getting
thoughts
told off by all
circulated
the people you
endlessly
murdered.
within and we were no longer individuals, but we became one. Just as
Me
streams
either.
of water come together in the sea.
I was not expecting Fontaine to get so dark going into it.
I'm Azine.
Murder, drugs.
The only one I am not is Vignier.
Ooh.
Why?
Yeah.
But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tension of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures.
Now I get why she said this is without, if it weren't for you, I would have been able to pursue law and the arts and kept my mother alive and stuff, or been with my mother when she died, and so many different things.
Yeah. So she just, oh, killed.
Yeah.
But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became?
You honestly,
You
said, your so-called justice while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people. Bro, when you made more people suffer.
Oh,
Jeez.
He's such a hypocrite.
For real.
You are a liar. A heartless murderer.
Narcissist, yeah, that's the word.
The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved.
Only thing you are not is
From the
Vignette's
moment your
beloved.
first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
It looks like I didn't meet Vinier back there then either. They must have wanted me to lure Marcel here from the very beginning.
No! Yeah! She can't hate me. Let me see her, please!
She can't hate me.
Still don't understand.
What do you mean she can't hate you?
That came from the real Vinier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you. She
I don't have
said
any
that
drops of
because
pity.
she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you. Vache.
Vache?
Vache. 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 Vache.
Drown.
Later, the guards find that the culprit of the serial disappearances case appeared to have lost his soul. Apparently, something from the physician, something.
He passed away from experiencing an intense stress or something.
Several days later. Hold on, I need to read that all. Because that was a long text block that just immediately went away.
Yeah, I went back and read it too.
Even if I wasn't trying to read it out loud, I don't think I would have been able to read it in time.
Some time to do shopping. Gosh, it's really been a long time since we've been able to relax.
It's raining. It's raining.
Maybe they're happy tears.
But he's crying.
Freaking when my mouse disappears, it's kind of hilarious, but also like I'm searching for my mouse and I want to see my mouse. One view. I wonder who that could have been. All right, let's see. What did it say? Later, the guards find that the culprit of the serial disappearances of young woman case, Marcel, appeared to have lost his soul. However, the final report from the physicians states that he died of a massive fright. Well, Nouvellette did warn him. Honestly. It was like, this means more to you than your own life, right? And like, yes, more than my own life.
The fact that Nouvellette's lived so long in the court system and hasn't known that there's a lot of things more important to people than their own life. Like, he watched so many people die on the dueling grounds for what's more important to them than their life. And he was just like, oh, they were just weak? No, like, what?
I don't think that's the case. I think he's just like, are you sure you want to go through with this?
It's just... that realization's a little bit late to me. That humans can value something above their own lives.
Shopping is stressful in its own way, though. My legs are killing me.
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something great was going to happen when I woke up in such a good mood today.
Oh, right, I have to click auto.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
It is a pleasure.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon. Who wouldn't treasure having a partner like me?
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia. What have you been busy with since the trial?
Yeah.
It's just been one thing after the other. I've been making non-stop trips between Poisson and the courts in Sen.
Really?
Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. We never held a memorial when he first died, since everyone knew that even if we held one back then, no one was going to come. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
That's wholesome.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
Very curious about Tartaglia, though.
That blasted stubborn fool. I was right to put my faith in him. I'm so glad I didn't give up on the case all those years ago.
Things turned out as well as they could have.
Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service.
Oh, Charlotte.
Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there, and there was no way she'd just let me go.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too? The Charlotte? Journalist from the Steamboat?
I'm curious what happens if you never met Charlotte in the event.
No for an answer.
If what happens at the start, it's probably just like, oh, hello, another stranger, another person I meet today. But I'll know one day.
I believe the story was called "The True Heart of Darkness: Secret Tales of the Yellow Rose." To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. So, we've been on pretty good terms ever since.
Well, that's
She
good.
was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wish has finally come true too.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
I made sure to tell her that you both sounded really cool when you entered.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clarand out for a meal.
Don't worry, I've had this problem multiple times.
While you were investigating Bachet's headquarters, Clarand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean,
well, good thing I can keep
the
audio going.
To reconcile with each other.
The YouTube and Twitch are like so confused, like what the heck happened? My monitor just turned off for a second.
It's always good to have more friends.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh,
maybe.
Actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
Oh?
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day.
Especially you.
That includes me, too.
Miss Navia.
Indeed.
Can I come too?
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Sure thing. I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all, without you, there might not have been such a positive ending.
And in
True,
that case,
I am
everyone,
amazing.
Let's be off. Considering the recent
And
weather,
a disaster bag.
we'll be lucky if we can reach Poisson before dark.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
Oh. Oh gosh, that... Oh. I don't think they're happy tears.
His mom is crying and he's been crying for days.
He needs a hug. That's what he needs.
I'll give him a hug. I volunteer.
This is where my father's grave is. To be perfectly honest, even I haven't been back here for a long time.
Oh.
Huh? There's someone there already. Wait. That figure. It can't be.
Clorand?
Isn't that Neuvillette?
Neuvillette.
Why would the Chief Justice be
Aww.
Navia?
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
You can pay respects to whoever you want.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown, but still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case,
he's just a sensitive
I will
soul.
stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette. In any case, why did you come to Poisson?
Clearly to pay his respects.
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. Just what is justice anyway?
Aww.
There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callis proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day.
That is true.
Mr. Callis made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here.
He sounds on the verge of
I just wanted to
tears.
say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. I should have noticed all of this much sooner. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days. That high and mighty chair in the opera Epiclese indeed insulates one from many important things. Spina di Rosula, thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I hope
sorry for
he
being
gets a
mad at
story
you
quest
before.
next version.
So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on
Well,
the
you probably
inside,
have to do
huh?
more Archon quests, but
That reminds me
still.
of Silver. One of my guys.
Archon goes first then.
Sorry about that. Self-expression
Is that- is it
not
clearing
one of
up?
my strong suits.
I think it's clearing up. Also, that means that you'll only miss the first day of me streaming if you keep just play the Archon quest through and do Novelette's story quest. Then you'll be able to watch me play through however much of the Archon quest is left after I do the first day and Novelette's story quest.
I was an hour behind you for your first stream,
True.
so I didn't get to watch your first stream this time. But we'll see. Oh, I'm so excited for more. Okay, continue. I have stuff I want to talk to you about after this.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Novelette's
Okay,
made their peace
it's
as
still
well.
raining, but it looks like it's raining.
Let's not disturb
Okay,
them
maybe it's
for
not
now.
raining
We
less.
can wait till after they're done.
Following Navi and Novelette, you also pay your respects to Callis. Now it's cleared up. Ah. He's over there. I want to go talk to him.
Never paid respects at someone's grave before. Did Paimon do anything rude there?
Well, you're not usually supposed to fly around someone's grave.
Paimon didn't know that was a thing. But Paimon doesn't know what she would do if she can't fly.
I was kidding, Paimon.
No. Paimon hopes
Oh my gosh.
Navia won't be too mad.
Wow, she took that face.
Right? I knew you'd love it. You gotta send it to me after. I'm not figure out how to take a screenshot.
Wow,
You've got so many
she-
new facial expressions and stuff there.
I think we've started getting them since, like, 3.7.
Like, characters can visually cry
Or-
now instead of just vocally.
Yeah, it was 3.7, because that was... that was when the TCG event started, where we went around the nations, and when I first saw it was when the children were crying in Liyue.
Yeah.
I love that they're adding so many little things like this. Wow, she took it seriously.
Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Yeah, well, Navia pays her respects. Well, what happens if I talk to her? It's probably gonna be like, I shouldn't talk to her right now. Oh, never mind.
Paimon's really sorry, Navia, but Paimon did something pretty disrespectful just now.
What are you saying, Paimon? I don't think I get it.
Aren't you not supposed to fly around someone's grave?
Huh? Who told you that?
Hey, traveler! Why did you mess with Paimon again?
So worth
it. Anyway, Neuvillette.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Yes. Well, more like we asked if we could join her.
I see, I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Yes.
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this since you're usually super busy. So we figured we could try to ask you a few questions.
About our next nation. I'm kidding.
Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
This could be the end of the Archon quest, and I would believe it. This could be the end of the entire Fontaine Archon quest, and I would believe it. About water from the primordial sea. Although, the only part that wouldn't make me believe it is, like, there's some loose ends, and what about the, what about the Gnosis?
Oh, yeah.
About water from the primordial sea.
So, at court, the bad guys referred to that special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research. There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today.
I just realized that, like, the thing with, like, Vacher drinking the primordial water to, like, show that he can't be dissolved and wanting to be with his love is kind of similar to what happened in Caribert with that maniac. Where he's just like, I'd give you my life if you would care to take it, but you won't even let me die.
Villains tend to be crazed with their love for their loved ones or whatever.
Yeah.
In this game.
Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea.
Huh.
You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
And how do you know this?
So it really was
Hydro
where
dragon.
everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Well, not the actual primordial sea.
So that's how it is.
Mine.
Oh, you don't really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette. But
I'm gonna have, like, no wishes saved for him, though, because I'm pulling for Linny. I'm pulling for Linny right now, and then I'm going to be pulling for Zhongli, and I probably won't have many wishes after that. And then I want 3 characters from 4.1.
I have like 115 right now, and a guarantee.
You're like, I'm getting him, he's coming home.
The only price I had to pay was not a Kokomi Constellation and Diluc instead. Like, that's a win-win.
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life
Something
instead?
to do with the
To
sin
be frank,
about
that also doesn't match my
the,
understanding of this world
like,
and its
prophecy.
laws. there must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Okay, I saw a TikTok with this audio. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about? Will you marry me?
Me too.
One of us sent it to each other, I'm sure of it.
I saw it and then you sent it to me, I think.
That makes sense. About the prophecy that has been circulating around Fontaine.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good.
I mean, you didn't have to say the whole thing, but okay.
Summarize the
Yes.
Right! It was Lenny that told us back then. And that about covers all the main points.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
Oh?
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon?
This is like the first we're hearing of the former Hydro
First time
Archon.
that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant.
What did you say?
And stay on the watch for further signs.
Yeah.
Speaking of the prophecy, Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for
If I need to, I will spend Genesis
if the
crystals.
rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is,
I better win my 50-50 on him.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About Child.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion.
I'm
However,
glad you're not
I
crying
still believe
anymore.
the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
but you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, the people's unified faith in the concept of justice is integrated into it. Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as self-awareness. Which is all to say, I have been prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
Oh?
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice from the room where the Oratrice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate.
Well, I'm glad we told you
In any
about
case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information.
We want to find out
Based on
how the
Farina's
Oratrice
reaction,
operates.
I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though. The time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede.
Alright, well, at least he served some time.
Incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the law.
If you ask Paimon, the only compensation he'll want is a no with you.
Yeah,
Is there
probably.
anything else you'd like to ask me about?
I have theories to talk to you about Child after.
I just want to say, like, this whole about like both of these is I'm like, it's just going back to what Lenny said. We want to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? Like,
You said that line almost word for word. How do you have such a good memory for that? Oh my goodness. I only remember a vague impression about what he said.
watching the trailer 30 times and repeating what the trailer says about my sibling.
Your sibling? Another blonde-haired traveler. I'm sorry, but I've never
You're supposed to
seen
be the
anything
Hydro
like this
Dragon.
description.
But then
If she
again,
ever stepped foot in Fontaine, I'm sure
I guess
she followed our laws to the letter,
Lumine
and had
could have
no
not been
reason to
involved in
appear
any
on the
trials.
stage at the Opera Epiclese. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
I have no more questions.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you. It will
I
soon be time
enjoy
for me to
conversing
leave
with
this
you
blissful
too, even though I
tranquility
wouldn't say
behind
conversing.
and return to Palais Memoria.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
Fair enough.
All right, you've got a point.
You do have a point.
Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
It stopped a while ago, Paimon.
Okay, I have theories.
Okay. Hold on. Let me move the mic so that both of us can clearly be heard.
So,
Oh, hold on. Wait.
at the beginning of the quest, when we were talking to Child, he brought up the old lady who taught him how to fight in the abyss that he could never find a way back to, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that that abyss is somehow connected to the primordial water. And I think, because the guy was from Snezhnaya, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that your figure is talking when I'm talking is throwing me for a loop. So I think that that abyss might be something connected to the primordial water. And since that guy was from Snezhnaya, I wonder if it was somewhere near Snezhnaya where Child fell into this.
Oh, yeah.
And so it can't be said he has nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, because he might have been the one who helped cause Venier to dissolve. That's my theory. That he was there or something.
Well, that makes sense, really.
Or he made it so that the fountain of the primordial water flowed in a way that made it so Venier touched it.
Well, now that you mention it, it does probably have to do with that, abyss hole that he fell into.
Yeah, because why else would he talk about it at the beginning of the quest when we first meet him? And I wonder, why is his resonance with Hydro all messed up? What's going on there? Does that have something to do with the primordial water? And
I feel like it might have something to do with being in Fontaine, for sure.
yeah, I think it's because he's in Fontaine, and there's something about primordial water, or something about the stuff. I'm so excited. I can't wait to find out more.
Also, when I went to OBS, it made me realize I'm gonna have to go back and record some audio.
Uh-oh.
Because when I restarted it didn't save the audio.
Oh, no.
That's whatever. I can just record it after stream.
But I'm so excited.
It wasn't too much. Because a lot of it was before that point, right? A lot of it was also after.
Down, otherwise, then I could have noticed it for you. But it would have been annoying to have double audio.
Yeah.
For me. Of you talking.
Yeah.
But, oh, I'm so excited. When's the next version coming out?
We haven't even gotten through this first half of this patch.
Ah! I need more right now!
For real.
I want to know what happens.
Let's see. I think the only thing that I'll need to get audio of myself, not in game, is the cutscene. Because maybe questions, maybe talking to people, but I'm not sure I really care enough to get the talking to people into the thing.
Anyways,
I'm also
I'll leave
very
you to
excited.
finish your...
You good?
Ow! Ow!
You good?
It's just getting worse and worse. Yeah, I'm good. That was dramatic.
Not as dramatic as Farina.
Oh my gosh. She has such a, Neuvillette is so obviously her guardian.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Alright, well, I don't need my laptop anymore. Alright, well, after stream, it appears I will need to go through and get those audios recorded so that I can have things run well, but, right? Because I think, yeah, no audio from Genshin. I think if I restart the game, that'll do it for sure. But, I'll just turn on desktop audio for now. And we are going to go to the fountain. That's right, we're going to the Fountain of Lucine. 'Cause there's something special there that you've probably already seen if you've been on TikTok or social media, like, at all. Alright, so we go into settings. Audio. Turn everything all the way up.
Coming in. Paimon, coming
You don't need to be that loud.
Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Yes. Alright, turned everything down. And then, the Fountain of Lucine.
Who else deserves to take the stage more than Lady Farina?
I prefer magic personally.
Hydro Archon.
That's all well
Bless
and
our
good,
child
but
with
I just
health
want
and
our
wisdom.
child to grow up safe and
Oh
sound.
my gosh. Shut up. Alright, let me turn that up for you so you can hear it to the fullest extent. Let me see, is it down on the... No, it's not down on the volume mixer. Okay. If we just stand here, we can hear her clearly.
I wonder where humans come from.
Shut up. Jeez, that's loud.
I prefer magic personally.
Deserves to take the stage more than Lady Farina.
Hello?
So lonely. How much longer?
I prefer magic personally.
Well, that's interesting. I'm very curious about that. Alright, we can turn desktop audio back down. About there. Alright. And let's set my audio back to normal. Audio. This was 5, I think. This was 5. This was 7. And 7.
Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Cool. Alright. Well, unfortunate that I missed out on all of that, but let's go. Unlock new gameplay mode or function. Interesting. And then I now have the quest thing for Linny's story quest. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do that real soon. Steambird interview. And Catherine, talk to Catherine. Ah, Fontaine, another nation, another Catherine. I'll have to do that all another time. I gotta get on that recording of the audio, because I need that audio. I hope it's not too much. I mean, I'd already done a fair amount. Let me see, where is it? In the archive. Alright. Travelogue. Fontaine. I think it's here. Go to the place Malus mentioned. Look for clues. Look for clues related to Vache. Here we are. So this is where it started. So yeah, pretty far in. How much more do we have? It's not too much, but yeah. Oh boy, that was fun. I am so glad I did that. That is going to let me get that out of here. I can get back to that later. I can be here. we do the outro. You can stop looking at that Melazine either. That is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, subscribe for more, check out the links in the description, twitch.tv/AmethystPenguinLive to catch these live, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye! I am so excited for more Fontaine!